Happy holidays, and welcome to a special holiday mini episode of The Quiet Loud. I'm DeAntony Collins, and if you're new here, welcome. This space is where we take the noise of politics, strip it down to what actually matters, and talk honestly about the choices shaping our lives, without yelling, without fear-mongering, and without treating you like you're not smart enough to handle the truth. If you've been riding with me so far, thank you, truly. Because this community has crossed 36,000 total views and over 150 subscribers in just mere months, 3 months to be exact. Built without a marketing team, without a production staff, just consistency, credibility, and me and you. So before we get started, you can do me a favor and just like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and check to make sure you are, just in case you think you already are, but you might not be. And tap that bell so you don't miss any new episodes and clips that are coming from this channel. All right, so today's gonna be a little bit different because this is a Christmas mini episode. So it'll be part reflection, part gratitude, and part grounding moment, because the holidays can be joyful and heavy at the same time, and we want to respect that. So this time of year, a lot of people are holding those two things at once. There's gratitude for family, for rest, and for making it through another year, plain and simple. And then there's worry, because as we gather around tables and exchange gifts, chop it up with loved ones, and squeeze in an odd nap, people are anxious. And they're anxious about healthcare, about rent and groceries, about jobs, about immigration, about war, and about whether people in power are actually even telling us the truth about any of these things. And that anxiety isn't imagined. Because this week, Reuters reported that Obamacare enrollment is already declining as enhanced subsidies are set to expire at the end of the year, with estimates showing average annual premiums to subsidized plans could jump from about $888 to about $1,904 in 2026 if nothing changes. Time is also reporting that Congress is ending the year without a deal to extend those ACA subsidies, and the CBO, that's the Congressional Budget Office, estimates millions could lose coverage if they expire and nothing replaces it. Kind of makes you think that's what they want, right? And if you're outside the ACA marketplace, what does that even mean for you? Well, even employer coverage is squeezing families. The Kaiser Family Foundation reported that employer family premiums are nearing $27,000 a year on average, with workers still paying thousands out of pocket. So when people say, I'm stressed, what they often mean is, I can't afford the life I'm living, and I'm scared something might happen. That's real. We all face that. Okay? That's not political. That's daily survival. And this is why, even on a holiday, I keep doing this show, to keep our eyes on what matters and to not get distracted into nonsense. Okay? It is the holiday season, and Christmas isn't about pretending that everything is fine. It's about choosing hope without denial. It's about telling the truth and still believing we can do better. And in times like these, leadership isn't just about the volume of things that we have and what we get. It's about clarity. It's about charity. It's about decency. And it's about people who are willing to say, here's what's real, and here's how we move forward. That's always what I want the Quiet Loud to be. Not outrage for outrage's sake, but understanding that that outrage can lead to action. And speaking of action, I want to take this time to introduce something new. Because while the Quiet Loud is about clarity, some of our viewers have asked for some conversation, okay? Not just merely me speaking to you, but space to unpack culture, memory, humor, and our lived experiences, okay? So let me introduce you to Room 518. Room 518 is a brand new podcast I'm launching with my friend Therrell Lyon. Now, we've known each other since high school. We were roommates in the dorms, also in our first apartment. And he even introduced me to my girlfriend that would become my wife of the past 15 years. And he is also the godfather to my son. So we're aiming to create a space where two family men who grew up in the same era with the same culture sit down and talk openly and honestly about things like the music that shaped us, the cartoons that raised us, the movies we loved, and the moments that made us who we are. But don't get it twisted though. Room 518 isn't just nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. It's totally about context. It's about how culture shapes identities, how memory shapes politics, how things we laughed at as kids connect to the world we're now navigating as adults. So yeah, some episodes will be funny, some will be deeply reflective, and some might even get uncomfortable. But trust me, it'll be in the best possible way and with the best intentions possible. So if you like the way we think here on The Quiet Loud, you're going to love Room 518. So keep a lookout for this new podcast early in the new year. So let me just close with this. If you're celebrating, I hope it's warm and joyful and filled with the people you love the most. Okay? And if you're grieving, as some are, I hope you feel less alone this season. And if you're worried, I hope you remember that paying attention is still a form of strength. It is discernment. Okay? Take care of yourselves. Take care of your people. Friends, family, loved ones, neighbors if you can. Rest when you need to. We all need to recharge those batteries. And stay informed. But don't drown in the noise, okay? That orange clown and his shenanigans will keep for a day or two. All right? And remember, being engaged doesn't mean being angry all the time. It means staying awake, staying grounded, and staying human. So I just want to thank you for being here. And thank you for trusting me with your time. And thank you for helping build something that's rooted in truth and community. So as always, I'm going to ask that you be loud in your listening and be real in your truth. I'm DeAntony Collins, and this has been The Quiet Loud. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And get ready for Room 518, and we'll see you on the other side of the holidays. All right? Y'all take care.